We often hear that saying, just before you die, your whole life flashes before your eyes like a greatest hits reel.
Right, all the big moments.
But what if it didn't? What if instead you got stuck, like reliving the very last day of your life over and over and over again?
Yeah. And what if in that loop, that repetition, you started seeing things about yourself, your friends, even strangers that you just completely missed before?
It's a pretty chilling idea, but also kind of fascinating, right?
Hmm.
That your end wouldn't be this big summary, but maybe a chance to look again at the small stuff, the things you overlooked.
Absolutely. And that's what we're diving into today. We're looking at Lauren Oliver's novel, Before I Fall.
Our sources are straight from the book itself, excerpts from the main character's point of view. So it gives us this really raw, first-hand look at her whole experience. It gets pretty intense.
Yeah, it does. And our mission here really is to unpack the big ideas in this story. We're talking about choices, how they stack up, and how complicated relationships actually are underneath the surface. And maybe finding yourself in the most unexpected ways, all within this one single day that just keeps repeating.
So get ready for maybe some aha moments about how even tiny actions can send ripples out. Things that might even apply to your own life.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's really get into this premise because it is unusual. Our narrator, Sam, she's popular senior year. She expects that highlight reel before she dies.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Homecoming dances, parties with her best friends, Lindsay, Elody, Allie, making snow angels in May, Halloween pranks, all the bright, shiny memories she thinks define her, what she wants to be remembered for.
But that's not what she gets, is it? That's the twist right at the start. In that split second, that before-death instant, the memory that floods her isn't any of that.
No.
Instead, it's something she seems to have totally buried. 4th grade. Gym class. Her future best friend Lindsay is mocking another girl, Vicky Hallinan, calling her too fat. And Sam just laughs along right there. It's such a powerful little detail showing how these uncomfortable, maybe seemingly small moments can actually hold huge weight.
And her reaction to remembering it is so telling, too. She just brushes it off.
Totally dismisses it.
Says, that's just the kind of thing that kids do to each other. It's no big deal. And then there's always going to be a person laughing and somebody getting laughed at.
Oof.
Yeah. She even adds, the whole point of growing up is learning to stay on the laughing side. Which, wow, it makes you think, how often do we kind of rationalize being complicit, convince ourselves it's just part of life, or even necessary?
That's such a key point, because her dismissing it like that, it's classic cognitive dissonance, isn't it? She thinks, I'm a good person, but she also knows I laughed when someone was hurt.
Right, so she has to square that circle somehow.
Exactly. So she minimizes it. No big deal. It's not just some random memory flash. It really sets the stage for the kind of compromises she's been making and the journey she's about to go on to face them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And understanding that thinking helps understand her world. Thomas Jefferson High. Let's paint that picture.
Yeah, the setting is crucial.
It's all unspoken rules, right?
Yeah.
Being like the people around you is the whole point.
Yeah.
She even mentions the uniform, 7 jeans, New Balance, white tee, North Face fleece.
Oh, yeah, the unofficial uniform. 9 out of 10 kids, she says.
It's all about fitting in, projecting that image. And then there's Cupid Day.
Cupid Day. Brutal.
Where your popularity is literally counted in roses.
And it just lays out the social dynamics so clearly. Sam and her friends, Lindsay, Elody, Allie, they're not just in the hierarchy, they're running it.
Totally. She says, if high school were a game of poker, Lindsay, Allie, Elody, and I would be holding 80% of the cards.
That feeling of being untouchable, right, that lets them think they can do whatever they want, no consequences. It's classic groupthink, that illusion of power.
And that power gets focused on Juliet Sykes. She's the target.
The designated freak. Psycho.
Yeah, the one they constantly bully. And every Cupid Day since 5th grade,
Yeah.
just one rose.
Always with that same note.
Maybe next year, but probably not. It's just,
Yeah.
It's so calculated. It shows how power isn't just about being popular. It's about actively excluding someone year after year. It's psychological warfare, really.
And it works because it's collective. Maybe one person writes the note, but the rest, their silence, their laughter, that fuels it. It's the bystander effect, right? Everyone feels less responsible. No big deal, like Sam thought at first.
Which brings us right back to Sam's situation. First, death car crash with her friends. Violent.
Oh.
Sudden.
And then
She wakes up. Alarm clock blaring.
Yeah.
It's the same day again. 7 minutes and 47 seconds before Lindsay picks her up.
And initially she tries to explain it away. Deja vu.
Right, the scientific thing. brain halves processing at different speeds.
Mm-hmm.
She even thinks if you repeat something enough, you can almost make yourself believe it. Her logical brain trying to fight something illogical.
It's like that shadow world idea she mentions, or Plato's cave. Seeing shadows, not the real thing. Sam's basically watching a replay, a shadow of her life, until she starts noticing the glitches, the details that don't quite fit.
Like Sarah Grundle at the swim meet.
Exactly. Sarah's still competing because in the first run-through of the day, Sam and Lindsay were late, and Sarah got the good parking spot. This time, they weren't late.
So Sarah wasn't late either.
Right. Of course she wasn't late today. She didn't have to walk from Upper Lot today. It's those tiny inconsistencies that prove it's real. Terrifyingly real.
Yeah, those little details just shatter her reality. She realizes everything is spinning out from everything else. Like, if Lindsay hadn't stolen that parking space, it's this sudden, stark awareness of cause and effect.
Yeah, it forces her to see that her life wasn't just random. Every choice, even tiny ones, had ripples. No action was consequence-free.
So, faced with this loop, this terrifying loop, she shifts, goes from confused to, well, desperate, trying frantically to break the cycle.
She thinks if I'm not dead, at least not yet, there may be a way to stop it.
And her mission becomes, okay, do her good thing, save Juliet Sykes. Maybe that's the key. Like, it's some cosmic task she has to complete.
But it's not that simple, is it? It raises that whole question of free will versus destiny, almost. Can she really change things, or is the loop just pushing her towards a lesson she needs to learn?
And her attempts get pretty wild.
Oh, definitely. Like kissing her math teacher, Mr. Daimler. Just this impulsive act out of sheer frustration, maybe.
Yeah, trying to feel something real, maybe break the pattern. But it just leaves her feeling more isolated. How could she ever explain that to her friends?
Right. Each attempt to fix the day seems to backfire or create new problems.
And then there's that moment in the bathroom, smoking weed, totally outside her usual crowd, with Anna Cartullo.
A girl they used to make fun of, spread rumors about.
And Anna just asks her, point blank, why do you guys hate me?
And Sam's answer.
So raw. Because it's easy. Just like that.
Yeah.
And in that moment, away from her clique, she sees it. Sees them. Sees herself. She admits, I have no friends.
It's brutal, but so necessary.
It's this complete stripping away of her illusions.
Yeah, that cognitive dissonance just shatters. She can't rationalize the cruelty anymore. That easy answer is the hardest truth. It's the first real crack in that popular girl facade.
And the loop keeps forcing her to look closer, especially at her friendships. At Lindsay, the supposedly fearless leader.
Right, there's that huge fight in the car.
Look, Sam finally confronts her about how mean she is, and it leads to this big reveal about Lindsay, about why she is the way she is.
And this is one of those major aha moments in the book. The truth behind Lindsay's hatred for Juliet isn't some random cruelty. It goes way back.
5th grade.
5th grade Girl Scout trip. Juliet tells Sam what really happened. Lindsay wet her sleeping bag, and in that moment of shame and panic, she just pointed at Juliet and screamed, she did it.
Wow.
And that single moment, that childhood humiliation, became the twisted reason for years of bullying. Sam realizes, Lindsay's not fearless, she's terrified.
That changes everything.
Completely. It's not about power anymore. It's about this deep, hidden insecurity Lindsay's been covering up forever.
Man, it really makes you, think about your own friend groups. How many things we just accept about people without knowing the old fears or stories underneath. How often bullying is just pain turned outward.
Exactly. Beneath all the posturing, people can be incredibly fragile. Lindsay's cruelty wasn't really about Juliet at all. It was about her own fear of being exposed. And Sam seeing that, it shifts her whole perspective.
So in the middle of all this heavy stuff, this chaos, she finds this unlikely connection. Kent McFuller.
Yeah, the quiet guy hosting the party.
Someone Sam barely noticed before, saw him as just holding onto the lower rung of the ladder. But he offers her something her other friends don't.
It really shows how much we miss when we stick to surface judgments, doesn't it? Kent is just consistently kind, empathetic.
Gives her space, doesn't judge.
And he actually sees her, remembers this thing she did way back in 2nd grade, standing up for him against bullies.
You're worse than the hot lunch, she apparently said.
Yeah. And he tells her, you don't need to be fixed, Sam. Which is just profound, especially when she's feeling so broken and trying so hard to fix everything. He sees the good in her just as she is.
It's incredible, that validation. And their connection grows. That kiss she describes as The best kiss I've ever had. Real feeling, real respect, so different from her boyfriend, Rob.
Totally different league.
And when she tells Kent, desperately, I don't have much time, his reply is so gentle. Better get started then.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking, but also empowering.
Yeah, it really is. It shows you can find these incredibly real connections in unexpected places with people who value you for you.
And that line, you don't need to be fixed.
It's huge. It's like giving her permission to stop just trying to end the loop and maybe start living differently inside it. Kent's acceptance helps her see her own worth, separate from the social games.
So as the loops keep going, her focus on Juliet shifts too, deepens. She starts to really see her.
Sees her art, that mask made of newspaper, tragedy strikes visible on it. Sees her mom's quiet sadness.
And saving Juliet becomes less about getting herself out of the loop.
And more about Juliet herself, a truly selfless act. She even says, I have to save Juliet. I feel that. It's my good thing. I have to save myself. The two become linked.
Yeah.
And this is her real awakening, I think. She admits, I've never really done something good for someone else, at least not for a while. It's pure altruism finally breaking through.
She even replaces that cruel single rose with a huge bouquet.
Just wishing she could see Juliet's reaction. You see her empathy growing, and that note on the final rose she leaves, it's never too late. It becomes so literal, so powerful, and ultimately so heartbreaking. It's her mantra for that final attempt.
Which leads to that final climactic moment, the last loop. She finds Juliet on the road.
About to step in front of a truck.
Sam pleads, it's never too late. But Juliet just says, it's too late.
Kill him.
And Sam makes the choice, pushes Juliet out of the way, knowing what it means.
Yeah, knowing exactly what it means.
The story ends with this. This beautiful, almost dreamlike description. Sam floating, surrounded by butterflies. A solid rainbow of them. Green and gold, pink clouds.
It's a feeling of freedom, right?
Yeah.
Peace. A powerful symbol of her transformation, the peace she finds through that ultimate sacrifice.
Those butterflies. Symbols of transformation. She literally transforms through dying and reliving.
And the solid rainbow, like she's experienced the full spectrum, understood everything, even in just that one repeating day. Her sacrifice isn't just an end. It feels like a completion, a spiritual arrival.
It's an amazing journey. She starts out so careless, so caught up in the surface stuff, oblivious to her impact. And through this insane ordeal, she becomes empathetic, brave, self-aware. She learns that so many things become beautiful when you really look. That message just sticks with you.
It really does. And it makes you ask, well, what if we could get to that realization without needing a time loop?
Right.
What if we really grasped it that we don't know how many tomorrows we have and understood the power of making the right choices, the kind choices today?
Yeah, right now.
The story suggests everyone can transform, that finding the good, doing good, it reveals this deeper beauty in everything, including ourselves. It's about being present, really present and intentional.
So maybe a final thought for you, our listener, to take away. If you lived your next 24 hours knowing they were your only 24 hours, not to end some loop, just because that's all there was, what small thing, what seemingly insignificant action would you choose? Not to impress anyone, but just for yourself, to know you did it right.
Something to really chew on, for sure.